Welcome back to the channel, everyone. RazorMP here, and today we're jumping into a head-to-head between two steel-frame compensated optics-ready pistols, the Mac-9 DSD Comp from Military Armament Corporation and the ever-popular Staccato XC. Now, before we dive in, big thank you to all my channel members and subscribers. Your continued support really keeps this channel going. And of course, a huge shout out, as always, to Staccato Tactical for always having my back. As always, this is not a paid endorsement. I'm giving you my real-world thoughts based solely on my own experience with both pistols. Everything was filmed safely and in compliance with YouTube's firearm policies. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. It really helps keep 2A content alive here on the platform. Now, I've done in-depth reviews on both these pistols, so I'm going to link them in the video so you can check those out later too. Now, let's start off with the Mac-9 DSD Comp. Mac is really aiming to offer a 2011 style pistol with high-end features at a much more approachable price point at about $1,079 MSRP. This thing brings a ton of value. It's got a forged steel frame and slide, a 5-inch bull barrel with an integrated single port compensator, and a single action trigger setup. The internals are 70 series Colt and STI compatible, which makes upgrades and part sourcing extremely easy. It also comes optics ready using the Agency Arms AOS plate system, which is a great feature to see in this price range. But, and this is important, a lot of Mac-9 DSD owners, myself included, have had issues with the optic plate screws. Some users have even had them shear off when torquing them to spec, which is not what you want when you're trusting that dot. I'd strongly recommend replacing those screws with higher quality hardware if you plan on running an optic. Now, the grip texture, it's serviceable, but for me, not aggressive enough. You know, I always complain about that. I need a grip that has a lot of texture, so when I lock in, my dry hands don't move. If you're running fast strings or training under stress, your support hand can shift a bit. Some grip tape or maybe custom stippling, or maybe even just replacing those grips will make a big difference with this pistol. At that price point, you can afford to do so. On the bright side, the extended slide release that's on there is fantastic. It doubles as a great thumb rest to help, get a real good purchase on that pistol and maintain a steady grip through the recoil. And the pronounced magazine release is also something that's really nice. It lets you manipulate it without breaking your grip. Definitely well executed on the part of Mac. You also get that soft case, a cleaning kit, 2 magazines, and 3 different trigger shoes, that short, medium, long, so you can find the one that fits your style and trigger pull. That's a smart inclusion at this price point. Now, let's take a look at the Staccato XC, a gun that pretty much needs no introduction. The XC is a $4,300 full-size 2011 that's designed to shoot flat, shoot fast, and feel like a Ferrari doing it. Right out of the gate, the trigger is phenomenal. Super light and around 2.5 pounds break, and it breaks like a dream. I genuinely love the feel of this trigger. And the slide, it glides smoother than a buttered up train track. No grit, no drag, just refined motion from front to back. The grip texture is also more aggressive than what you get on the Mac, and personally, I prefer that. It locks my hands in and keeps me on target during rapid fire. Paired with that toolless Dawson precision recoil system and the Island comp barrel, and this gun barely moves under recoil. And we can't ignore it, Staccato's reputation is earned. The XC feels elite because it is elite. All right, enough talking, let's take it to the range and put both pistols through their paces. We started with accuracy testing, using slow fire shots at a distance to get a feel for how each pistol tracked and grouped. Both pistols shot tight, but you can see where the lighter trigger and flatter recoil of the XC really shines. Next up, we ran some 3-shot drills to get a sense of how quickly and how confidently we could deliver follow-ups under time pressure. Again, the Mac held its own, especially with that built-in comp helping manage that muzzle. Finally, we tested recoil control through rapid fire, dumping a few quick mags to see how well each gun stays on target when things heat up. The Mac had a bit more jump, especially with the grip texture being a bit more mild, and when I talk about the reciprocating mass of that slide, but the XC, it just stayed flat, like it was begging for more. Here's the bottom line. If you're working with a tighter budget, but still want a solid steel frame compensated pistol that's optics ready and built for serious use, the Mac 9 DSD Comp delivers. Just be prepared to make those slight upgrades in the optic screws and maybe some grip tape, but overall, it punches way above its price tag. That said, if you're an elitist and you prefer elite performance with a trigger that feels telepathic, a slide that floats, insane recoil control, and a fit and finish that oozes quality, the Staccato XC is on a different level. So who wins? Well, I think that's obvious. The often imitated but rarely duplicated, the Staccato XC. Without a doubt, it's the benchmark for a reason. Now, if this comparison helped you out, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and do that. And drop a comment letting me know which one you would take to the range. Are you an XC fan? Or do you prefer spending 3.5 times less for something that's maybe a little less quality than this, but gets you some decent accuracy and some opportunity to spend that extra money on ammo instead of the gun itself? Let me know. Until next time, I'll see you on the high ground or in the next video. RazorMP.